Hello, everyone. So, me, Swapna Sagar Pradhan, welcome you one and all to this live streaming. And this today, what you are going to do is we are going to meet Abhishek, so who is a beatboxer and also who have completed his, this NFT. And we are also going to see what's basically all about these NFTs and what's the problem around that corner. And also, we are also going to listen that how he have across with his NFTs idea and his meta voice thing. And also, he is a very renowned pretty beatboxer who is completely kicking it and also doing many artist views as well. So with that, I think I'm welcoming Abhishek Bhaskar, so who is as I have already told, beatboxer as well. So let's get started and let's welcome him. And hey Abhishek.
Hey Swapna Sagar sir, what's up?
Up, good, good, good. So as we speak, we are live at the moment.
Oh, we're
So
live, is it? Okay, awesome.
yeah, so
Okay,
we are live on the YouTube. So as I have already given a heads up to our audience that
okay,
what would be this no the agenda would be basically we will be knowing about your stuff, what's
okay,
exactly you are doing, and
okay.
secondly we will go through what are the problems you are faced, how you have overcome with that, and as you are completely going ahead with a multiple marketplace, we'll also hear from you that how a normal artist, how he or she can, he if he wants to become an NFT artist, how he can or she can, what are the steps he wants to get over with it, so that our audience or the newcomers or new who are coming to these NFTs, so it will be helpful for them. So
Awesome.
I would not take much more time. I'll just leave it to you. Just give our audience a little bit of introduction about you. Then after that, we will go ahead with our chit chat. All right, over to
Awesome.
you.
So, for those of you listening in, my name is Abhishek Bhaskar and I do two things in life. One is beatboxing and the other one is designing for a living. So, for those of you who don't know what beatboxing is, it's basically So that is beatboxing, which is creating sounds of musical instruments through one's mouth. And the other one is I'm a designer. I'm an architect by degree. And also, I'm a very passionate digital artist. I would characterize myself as that. I've received a few national awards in the architecture sector and also in the digital art. I've been working on a couple of research projects since just before passing out of architecture, where I wanted to fuse the human voice, which is beatboxing, and design. So, for people to see a visual form of sound or the human voice, right? Even now, when we're discussing with each other, you can only see my lips move. You technically can't see the human voice, right? So, the Meta Voice project allows you to see the human voice in its technical details. So that is what I've been working on, and throughout the course of this particular discussion, we'll be getting into that. Apart from that, I've also been the ex brand ambassador for Adidas and JBL,
Mhm,
two really good companies. I
mhm.
think I'm wearing one of the, yeah, this one. So Adidas as well. So a lot of free merch they give out. So I've never bought any new clothes for the past, I think, 10 years, thanks to Adidas. But anyways, so I've been the brand ambassador for these two companies, and it's been an amazing journey. And also, even with the beatboxing space, I've beatboxed under this project called the Peace Screen Project, which was the first of its kind project for the United Nations to promote international peace between 12 countries. So that had around 1,200, like 1,200 singers from like 12 countries, all coming together to promote like one common agenda, which is international peace. So that was an amazing experience, and like for the Indian audience, this is something which you can relate to. I've conducted two of India's biggest beatboxing workshops with Virat Kohli, Ranveer Singh, and Chris Gale, and
Wow.
all these people which we can relate to as Indians.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all these things have happened, and it's been an amazing journey,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with NFTs. It's like one day here in the metaverse is like an entire year in real life. So I
Mm-hmm.
already feel old in the metaverse. I feel like I'm an old guy right now. So yeah, let's see what
Lovely, lovely,
the
lovely.
next few months, years have in store for this particular thing. And thank you for
Amazing.
having me, by the way.
No
So
problem. My
yeah.
pleasure. My pleasure. All right. So I think you have a fantastic journey towards this part. So basic getting into that deep. So I just wanted to understand. Already you have given a little bit sense about these your NFTs, right? So when you have got into this NFT marketplace, so how you have got placed, because you are an artist, and definitely you have made enough your thing that to make to that reach to that level.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the NFTs, that's definitely ball altogether, game altogether.
Yeah.
So how you have gone through that phase? Can you just explain me? Can you just let me know?
So the way I got into NFTs, right? So that was basically, again, there was beatboxing and there was architecture and design,
Mm-hmm.
right? Two different paths which never met.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it met, like it met back in 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was no nobody knew about NFTs back then. Like
Mm-hmm.
there might have existed some version of NFTs, but it wasn't mainstream. So I had this like moment when I was interning at a company here in Bangalore,
Mm-hmm.
architectural company, and we just finished. I still remember we just finished lunch, and we were going back to the office, and I thought like, whoa, why not just fuse beatboxing and design together, like the
Mm-hmm.
two things which I've ever focused on in life.
Mm-hmm.
Why not put them together and make something out of it?
Mm-hmm.
So that is where this again, it wasn't called meta voice back then. It was called voice texture, like
Mm-hmm.
architecture for the voice.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it was very confusing as a name for people, so it was very technical as well. So I had to name it something which was fun and cool. So that is where I this research project started off. So this NFT which is there right now, it wasn't an NFT back then. It was a research project.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically to allow people to see the human voice rather than just hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the main intent, and I think it happened last year, just before like Beeple's major, his everyday's drop.
Mm-hmm.
That is where I was introduced to this concept of digital ownerships and how people can own digital works.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I have a architectural company called Dirt Lab as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the content we post there, it's not strictly architectural. It is more of expressing what is there inside someone's head and
Mm-hmm.
bringing it out into the public. So I think for like people like me, and there are a lot of people like me, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
who are not strictly architectural but still have that flair to do something in the architecture and defy laws of physics and just go crazy in the design space.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came across this concept, that is when I realized, okay, this research project will better serve the public as a audiovisual experience, right? Otherwise it would have just been a technical paper. I wouldn't have been introduced to you in the NFT space, and you would have probably been reading a technical paper, like a white
Right.
paper
Right.
on some random guy from Bangalore who did research with beatboxing and design, right? It would be
Right.
very boring. Imagine if I put as BTKT on a paper, it wouldn't be interesting at all, right? So it'll just get buried in some library somewhere, and that is where I decided that okay, it's cooler and more better for the people if they can see it and they can hear it as well rather than
Mhm.
just read about it.
Mhm.
So that is where I converted this entire thing into an audiovisual experience, and then NFT was like, it was like a match made in heaven. Like I wanted people to own a piece of art of like my work,
Mhm.
and so that even when once I'm not there, like it will still be living on the blockchain,
Mhm.
right? So for me that was a beautiful thing, and that is what I'm concerned with. I always talk about these in clubhouse rooms and everything. I want to leave a legacy behind, and this will
Mhm.
help me do that, right? So
Correct.
even once our generation has passed, so
Mhm.
like all the future generations, 2200, 2500 AD, right?
Mhm.
This will still exist
Mhm.
on the IPFS and the blockchain as well. So that is a pretty cool concept. So that's what led me to get into NFTs and make it happen here.
Excellent. Nice, nice. Thank you. Thank you. So that's a nice observation, I would say. So my next, I would be thinking about, okay, so when you have made your first drop, okay, you have might have chosen some of the marketplace. Uh, if a new artist, right, directly jumps in, definitely forget about the technical behind about that,
Yeah.
who is very artistic and who has that view in nature, how cool or how difficult or how easy it is to interact with one of the whatever the marketplace we have at the moment.
So again, all the NFT marketplaces are really good, but if you're asking about what factors
Hmm.
an artist should keep in mind for deciding which marketplace, is
Yeah.
that the question? So yeah, in my case, it was basically again, I when I was starting off, I wanted to look at, for me, a major, again, I was looking into digital ownerships, right? So I
Hmm.
want to preface this answer with that. So when you look at that, one of the aspects, again, just before, I wanted to mint my first piece, I did a
Hmm.
lot of, feedback as to what exactly are people looking at, what is the NFT space for them.
Hmm.
So that is where I realized that okay, these are a couple of factors, and accordingly I need to respond. And it, as an artist, you need to be responsible for your decisions. So one of the things the feedback which I got was okay, on these ETH-based platforms currently, since they are
Hmm.
on POW, they are
Hmm.
burning a lot of energy, and there was this one technical paper that came out just like a couple of months ago, I think around March April, which said the huge amount of energy which is being consumed because of these transactions and all that. While I think that is anti, what do you call it, towards against the mission.
Environmental, yeah.
Yeah, it's not against the environment per se, but again it is still a reason for people to speak about it, right? And in the larger context, the energy is not that this thing, and eventually it will move to a proof of stake, and that is where you'll have lower energy costs and everything. Anyways, so again, for me at that particular point of time, it didn't make sense to launch on an ETH-based platform.
Hmm.
So considering all the energy, and even right now, like it costs around like $2,000 $3,000.
Hmm.
People are posting screenshots
Hmm.
of the huge Gwei numbers and everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
So at that particular point of time, there was a similar thing, and I didn't want to get into that. And that is when I have to give a shout out to Mr. Sachin Jain.
Hmm.
So we are on this Facebook group called Bharat Finance,
Hmm.
and he was like, I just posted like, guys, I'm planning on launching my NFT. This is what it is. This is what I want to do, and he just posted one single comment which literally changed my entire way I look at things.
Hmm.
Bro, have you checked Calamit?
Uh-huh.
Right? And that is where I wanted to explore, and things like that. So that was on a different blockchain, on the Tezos blockchain. And even things again like what you're doing with NFT Alley, which is on the Binance Smart Chain
Hmm.
primarily, and all these platforms have lower costs, right?
Hmm.
That is if you're an artist that is starting off and you
Hmm.
don't have $3,000 to spend on
Hmm.
one particular NFT. Like
Hmm.
$3,000 is like what, 2.25 lakhs, right?
Hmm.
So if you
Hmm.
don't have 2.25 lakhs as an artist, as an Indian
Hmm.
artist to spend,
Correct.
right,
Correct.
it makes monetary sense, as well as it's your responsibility to have a lower footprint when you start off, right?
Okay.
You just
Okay.
can't imagine shilling out $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
For Indians, it's a lot. So,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, again, it made perfect sense for me to take that direction
Mm-hmm.
and get my first piece on there. And that made a lot of sense. And again, I wanted to be responsible, and these eco NFT movement, which was there. So, right,
Mm-hmm.
that made sense as well. So, even now, all the platforms which I'm on, they don't cost more than, say, $1 to mint, right?
Okay.
And I think that is one of your core thing for artists as well. Even with
Mm-hmm.
NFT Ali, you want to reduce the overall cost and the
Mm-hmm.
barrier of entry. So if you just
Right.
tell some random artist, right, you're
Right.
okay, are you willing to pay 3 lakhs to mint a particular NFT?
Right.
They'll be like, go man, who's gonna mint, who's gonna pay so much, right? So I think that is something which is a major barrier right now, and also the fluctuation of prices. But apart from that, on the larger scheme of things, the responsibility of an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once Ethereum moves to proof of stake, then
Mm-hmm.
definitely we can all pivot towards that if required, right? But again, like all these blockchains are catching up to
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum very very quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
again, nobody knows what will be the end
Correct.
product even like a few months from now. That's how quickly things are moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think these are like some of the key decision factors which you'll have to make if you're an artist that is starting off and you want to experiment. Like once you
Right.
accumulate enough capital, you can look at diversifying your artwork on different platforms. But
Mm-hmm.
I think when you're starting off, choose a platform where there is a good community plays a very important layer in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to have a good community of artists, collectors, and
Mm-hmm.
overall like people who can guide you, like tell you the do's and don'ts of the NFT
Right.
space. And again, these are not like experts, right? Like they've just been there for like a couple of months,
Right.
but like the amount of knowledge which is there, like every day you're
Been there,
learning
done that.
something new. It's like a baby that is learning alphabets. Like that is the first knowledge, and that has a lot of impact. So I think all these things, like your mentorship and all these different factors,
Hmm.
help a lot for an artist. And most importantly, the community, the fees, and the number of steps involved to mint a particular artwork. The moment you tell mint to an artist,
Hmm.
that's all. The head is gone, right? It just
Hmm.
explodes right now. So that is where they just immediately shut off. So I think that is another barrier of entry. Like, so what I tell people when I onboard them onto like in the NFT space is, do you know how to upload a photo on Facebook? They
Hmm.
tell, yeah, I upload every day. And then okay, then fine, if you can upload a photo on Facebook, you can mint on any particular marketplace. That's how easy it is, right?
Hmm.
So I think more people should know that, because even when someone told me minting, I was like mind blown, saying that okay, I'll never be able to mint my work.
Hmm.
So I think people should focus less on the complex words and just understand that it's extremely simple and shouldn't be a barrier for them to enter this particular space.
Okay. Okay. So the summary would be for a artist. So they should be knowing which platform they have to choose,
Yeah.
which is like in Ethereum, which is a proof of work at the moment, and a proof of stakes. The other chains like a BSC or the other parts, and definitely uh, and also the minting cost, right? So that is also because they are uh, when you are starting up, you are not that much famous enough, right?
True.
So that is where if you want to get started with the community as you have mentioned,
Yeah.
so that you can get the proper mentorship and also get started with a POS chain,
Yeah.
which is minting process, which is basically the gas fees, the minting fees would be less.
Yeah.
So and yes, so as you have clearly mentioned that NFT Ali, so we are a multi-chain platform, and right now we are live with BSC as well as Hecko, and listing takes less than $1, and we are coming up with many new things like batch minting and introducing of 1155, which is the ERC 721 upgrades.
Yeah,
So that is also we are thinking about that, and also the development is already working. um, and it is going to be a good one-stop shop for the new artist as well.
absolutely.
And let me get to how about these wallets.
Yeah.
MetaMask, Temple. There are
Yes.
Mobile Connect, Trust
Yeah.
Wallet. There are many, right?
Yeah.
Frontier. So there are many. So if you suggest which one would be, which one you like, or which one you wanted to suggest to the newcomers.
So again, for me, MetaMask works best because again, I keep traveling and everything, right?
Mhm.
So for me, MetaMask works really well. I use MetaMask as well as for different blockchains. Like for example, the Tezos blockchain, there's a Temple wallet, which is
Uh-huh.
an exact like a UI replica of MetaMask.
Uh-huh.
So I think these are the two main wallets which people can use, and then there are other different wallets where you can connect. Again, Trust Wallet being one of them, but again, that for me is again for me right now it's not too secure thing. So
Mhm.
web-based browser, which is light, which is you just need to log into your web browser. When you close it, even that gets closed,
Okay.
right? So that is the perfect thing. And one thing which artists need to recognize is please take care of your seed phrase.
Ah.
That is, you're the master of your account. You can't you're responsible in the blockchain space. You are responsible for every single thing. You can't blame anyone else, right?
Yeah.
So you have to back up your seed phrase very well.
Mhm.
Have a good password as well, and it's very easy. It's just a bunch of words, and you need to just write it down somewhere preferably,
Mhm.
and just keep it away from
Mhm.
your parents, your family, and everyone else. Just put it in some locker and forget about it, right? So I think that's the best way to keep it secure.
Mhm.
And please, by any means, just only share your public key. That's it. Nothing else to be shared with anyone else. So yeah,
That's
I think that
that's
should be simple enough.
Yeah, I think you have been there. So yeah, experience speaks.
Yeah.
So yeah, good. So in that case, wallet would be like MetaMask, which
Yeah.
works with every possible thing,
Yeah.
and that is the best. Even me, I also use MetaMask heavily. And in our site as well, we have integrated both the things. One is MetaMask, as well as Mobile Connect. So where sorry, Mobile Wallet. So where Wallet Connect.
Wallet
Sorry.
Connect. Yeah. Yeah.
So where basically you can just it will just generate a QR code. You just have to scan it, and automatically you can operate through your phone
Yeah.
as well. So
Yes.
yeah. So we are also discuss something about how difficult it is, what is minting, what is the fees it is involved, what is POS, and also we discussed about these wallet parts as well. So which is kind of we know, okay, now a person, whoever, he needs a wallet first, right? It needs to be get connected to the applications, then we can start interacting,
Absolutely.
minting. That means interacting with or keeping that things on the blockchain, basically.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now let me, as I have seen your work and I have really liked it, really amazing stuff, Abhishek. So means I just wanted to know more about these metaverse, right? So obviously, Facebook is also going to invest, and also these companies, Roblox. That's completely a metaverse gaming, right? And the more and more people are coming, Decentraland, they are getting the land, they are getting into the things, they are purchasing, they are having all those things. So can I have something from you as being a metaverse artist? So from you, what's your thought around that?
So I think we should preface this by people who are not explaining what the metaverse is to people. The easiest explanation, right, is it's basically think of it as a digital replica of the universe. So whatever we are doing, whatever we used to do in real life, IRL henceforth, right? That is something which we'll be able to do in the metaverse virtually, right? Even this particular call right now, right? We're on a Zoom right now and we're interacting with each other. This is like the very basic, like version v 0.0.0.1 level of the metaverse, right? But again, it's a very 2D. I'm just staring at my laptop, and I'm sure you're doing the same as well, right? But in the future, right, Zoom could be a cafe in the virtual universe. I can walk into the cafe, you can walk into the cafe, and we can have a one-on-one conversation. But we'll be still at home, but we'll be plugged into the system, right? I think that is something which I think I just gave $1 billion idea to Zoom. But anyways, so where they can start their own cafe in the metaverse. If the founder of Zoom is on the call right now, he'll be noting it down. But anyways, so that is something which could be done in the metaverse. And the beauty of it is currently the laws of physics don't apply. So when you tell that to an architect, again, like there are so many ideas which comes into play.
Mm.
So with the metaverse, and yes, as you said, Facebook is developing their own metaverse. And I was also reading about one article recently where every company eventually can launch their own metaverse, right?
Correct.
The concept being what we went through in the past 2 years, right? I don't think we'll ever see a normalcy of what was before 2019 or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Even in terms of for example, even getting an artist, for example, who's from Bangalore to say Malaysia or Singapore, right?
Mhm.
They'll just they'll just call you up and tell, no, you perform from your home studio itself, and we'll pay you the same funds, right? That will save me the travel cost, as well as it will save them money for like the travel cost, like the accommodation and everything. So
Mhm.
I think we are moving towards that sort of social interaction.
Mhm.
So that same thing applied is the metaverse essentially,
Mhm.
right? We
Mhm.
are all sitting at home, but we are interacting with each other in the metaverse. That is where our true connect lies. I may not be able to shake your hand, but I'll
Mhm.
be able to shake your hand in the metaverse. I
Mhm.
think that's a beautiful concept, right? Because this could also mean that you can exist for years and years together, maybe once your time in real life is done. Like, because what is also happening is your interactions are getting tracked. Every single action you do on the
Mhm.
blockchain needs a signature, right? So that same thing, again, this I'm just giving you some, maybe 20, 30 years down the line. What if there's
Yep.
a capture sort of a system,
Mhm.
but for our actions? So once the capture system is basically like an ML system, right? It's learning, and people can apply it and all that.
Mhm.
So our actions in the metaverse could be relayed, and our digital version can exist even once
Mhm.
we cease to exist in real life. So basically, we are leaving our digital footprint in such a way that we're training the system. Okay,
Mhm.
Abhishek acts this way, Swap acts this way, and all these things that are happening,
Mhm.
and we'll exist. We'll be playing around with each other even like 500 years from now, right? I think that's the beauty of the metaverse. Nobody knows what is happening. I can jump from one planet to another without anything. I won't be able to do that in real life. Only Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos can do that, right? But in the metaverse, I can do it. Who am I? Nobody knows, right? I think
Mhm.
that's the beauty of the metaverse.
Lovely, lovely. So a lot of things to explore, a lot of things to know. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely it is. It is the moment when you go and on, your mind-boggling thoughts and the new
I think that's
things.
the problem with artists. Like, we have all these strange ideas which don't make sense to anyone else except for the artist, and like a very small number of people who exactly know what we mean. So yeah.
Lovely,
Even
lovely.
you'll get a
That's
YouTube comment in the next 5 minutes. Yeah, kya bol raha hai this guy? What is he talking about? So yeah, expect all those comments.
yeah, yeah. Lovely, lovely. That was nice. Cool, cool, super cool. All right. So I think we have already know. So our as per our agenda, so we came to know about you. We know about how you come to this NFT place. What are the marketplace? We also got to know about POW, POS as well. A little bit about our NFT marketplace and what is minting. You have to look for the less gas fees because you are not the renowned one still. So once you are fully renowned, then you can go to the Ethereum. But if you are still having any, money to spell on, so obviously you can definitely we can go to the Ethereum, and you can mint it. No one is stopping. So yes, so these are also we discussed about the wallets. What are all the wallets we have to choose if you are getting started with in the NFT marketplace? What are the wallets you have to choose? Get interact with the community, build the community, uh, be there, listen to the mentor, been there, done that, those kind of things. And also we discussed about metaverse as well. So as you have told that every company that on their own can be a metaverse company. You do not have to be, hey, they are on the metaverse, okay, no, 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 nothing like that. So each company has its own style of doing metaverse. So that's lovely. And also you have give us some kind of good, no, very very futuristic view as well. So
Yeah.
definitely that is going to be a lit one. So obviously I appreciate your thought around that as well. So as we know, NFT LE, so we are a multi-chain marketplace. So why multi-chain? Because we do not know which chain is going to survive in the long run. So all the moment whenever we have made our marketplace in such a way that all the EVMs we can put it to just in minutes, right? So that's the how we have built upon. So that is why we thought, okay, let's go ahead multi-chain, so that if there is a problem we can switch it. Now because we do not know, right,
True.
what is coming, right? So
Yes.
that there are layer one, it is boom is happening. Then there are layer two, like Polygon and etc 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 are coming up also. So we are not sure which chain is going to survive. So that is where we took this multi-chain approach. And we have a fab launch of hamsters. So which is amazing, by the way. So you can also check this out. So I think you have gone through our marketplace. So
Yes.
can you just give us a first impression about our marketplace when you visited? You liked it? What you like, what you do not like, what are the feedbacks for us?
You know, when you asked that question, your mic exactly had the colors of the website, like the yellow and the purple and the pink and everything.
Lovely.
That
Okay.
is that is why I keep telling people this is a simulation. This is not real life which we are living in. So it can't make so much of sense. But anyways, I went through the thing. I think the first thing that I told you was I love the UI. So it's lovely.
Thank
It's
you.
very intuitive, and it knows what I want to get. I'm not searching for, okay, where do I connect, where is my MetaMask, where do I connect things, and where do I move to. So that is really good. And I think I saw some artworks as well. So some artworks have already launched. So I
Lovely.
think that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And also I think I was troubling you, like, what are NFT loans? So I think that is something which people will learn about as well, including myself.
Yep.
So NFT staking, NFT loans, all these are very interesting concepts. And yeah, I think you guys are doing some, as you said, like multi-chain is the need of the hour, right?
Mhm.
We, like, nobody knows what is exactly going to happen tomorrow, like a month from now, like a week from now, or a year from now as well, right? So I think that'll be really interesting to see, or again, it could all coexist perfectly,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
in case either ways you have a win-win situation,
Hmm.
right? So I think that is really cool, and it's much needed. So for example, if someone wants to mint, if someone doesn't have 2 lakhs to pay for an artwork, right, they could mint on a particular platform and move it on a particular blockchain and move it to a different blockchain as well. And
Right.
people who, for example, if I don't have to pay with say Ethereum, I could pay with BNB or Ali tokens or things like that, right? So I
Right.
think that is the beauty of it. So whatever tokens I have, I can still use that. So it's like me going to another different country and they don't accept INR, obviously, right now, right? But this case, people do accept INR. You want to pay me with INR, pay me. Pay me with US dollars, fine, well and good. Like, we accept all currencies. So I think that opens up a lot of opportunities for even collectors as well, right?
Right.
So collectors usually, carry one main currency and like other sub currencies and everything.
Mhm.
So here it's all balanced out. So as a collector, whenever an artist approaches or they like some work, they
Mhm.
can figure out, okay, what coins do I have, what coins can I trade in, and get that particular piece of art. So you're not thinking about the currency when you're purchasing the piece of art, you're
Mhm.
actually thinking about the artwork when you're getting the piece of art. That is very important, right? So
Right.
there may be collectors who really like art on a particular platform, but they might not have that token or that
Yeah.
particular wallet itself,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And that will restrict them from buying that piece of art. Ultimately, the reason you're looking at that piece of art is because it's beautiful and you want it, but you don't have the means to do it. So here I think that is where the beauty of having this multi-chain comes into play, right? So you can figure out what you can trade in, what coin you can trade in. So maybe if Ethereum is pumping, right, so you might want to keep your Ethereum in your wallet and use some other token, right, which is more stable for using. So after that you can sell your Ethereum, sell high, buy low, or if you're legends like me, sell low and buy high, right? I flip the tables. But anyways, things like that. So you have more opportunities to play around with, so that you can focus on the larger picture, which is the
Right.
art itself.
Right.
So I think that is very good.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you for your kind comments. So I will, anyways, our team would be watching as well. So they will be, hearing our live conversation. So they will be feel proud of it. Hey, team, listen, did a good job. All right.
Yes.
So, okay. So I think we have reached to our last, moment. So what we're going to do is, um, as you are an artist, so we are welcoming to our platform. And why don't you go ahead and verify yourself and mint some of your,
Sure.
art, and that would be lovely. And yeah, we can do that in the later phase as well. Then
Yeah.
we will provide you some rewards as well. So yep, I think so yeah, that's the how exactly it is. So you get to we interacted, we come to know about something, then we will discuss what's happening, what's not happening, then this thing has to go on, right? And
Yes.
also we are planning to launch one program which is going to support the artist as well. So
Awesome.
the newcomer artist and all, because that's the need of the art, because many people are not knowing what's exactly it is, or basically not getting that platform or not getting that mentorship. So that is why they are moving on to these traditional. So our goal is to make those traditional artists to this blockchain world, so that they can be owner, right? So right now, if you are an artist, you have to go through one commission based system, and that is where uh, uh, you also has to go through, you have to carry, and so many logistic involved. So
Yeah.
we, NFT alley, we are providing you a marketplace then and there right in front of you. You do not have to do, if you are a cool artist, go ahead, mint it very very cheap. And yeah, who knows, go ahead and market about your art. And we NFT alley, we uh, promote arts, as we are a completely marketplace. So who knows, you may ended up with someone else, I or even us. If you like it, we will purchase it, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
And
Lovely.
we in our NFT alley, we provide bidding as well. So right, so the moment whenever if you are having a sale, that is where we stand out someone else, because the
Yeah.
moment when you bid, your bid goes higher, then we are providing to the user that, hey, you can choose who is bidding high, right?
Yes.
So it's not like you can set the base price, then it can go on and on and on and on and on. So if someone is liking it, you just hit the jackpot, that's all.
Awesome.
And where many platforms do not have that, I do not have to compare ourselves because we are still up to the market, up to the game. We are trying our best. So, yep, this is how then auction is coming. So, a lot many new things, new stuff are on the way. So, stay tuned. And I think, yep, this that's it from my side. Any closing comments, any closing thoughts from you?
Yeah. Basically, I would, encourage more artists to, look at the NFT space. I'm talking about people, getting onboarded into the NFT space as a step one, right? I think there's a lot of benefits to being on the blockchain,
Hmm.
right? Having your work on the blockchain, and
Hmm.
it's not specifically to artists, but since we are in the art phase of NFT tech, right?
Hmm.
Because NFTs can evolve into, yeah, it's already being done into something much more bigger than art. So I think that is going to be a beautiful process. Your art, your
Yep.
work can
Yep.
exist
Yep.
forever, and that's a beautiful thing, right? And you'll have more control rather than having, again, as I said in the beginning of the discussion, you are responsible as well as you have more power, right? As that great line in the Spider-Man movie, with great power comes great responsibility.
Responsibility.
You
Yep.
have more power here. You can set your royalties.
Hmm.
It's not like your manager is, again, I'm speaking as a musician, you
Hmm.
have a manager that discusses royalties with the
Hmm.
bigger company that ultimately controls you. Here none of that is happening. You're sitting at your home, you're setting your royalties, you're writing your own contracts. So
Hmm.
you have the power as an artist, right?
Hmm.
I think that should be reason enough for you to get onto the blockchain and start minting your works and putting your works out there so that people can legit own a piece of art and they don't have to pirate it, right? Here
Right.
that's the beauty, you can't pirate it. If you want to own a copy, go for it, because it's all decentralized. But that's all you can do with it. What are you going to do apart from that? You can't mint a particular piece. The community as a layer will come together and they'll remove it, right? I think
Right.
community
Right.
becomes a security protocol after a certain point. So I think that's the beautiful thing in the NFT space. So when I say security protocol, I mean, like, oh, this guy's original artwork is being put here, so we can report that and remove it. So the artists are not doing any work in terms of removing that. The community is coming together and doing that. So I think that
Right.
is a very powerful thing for artists, because communities are going to be the future, like DAOs, right? But again, DAOs are going to be the
Yeah.
whole new discussion
Hmm.
that will take up hours and hours together. But anyways, so I think take the step one so that you do it right. You don't keep procrastinating, and especially with someone like me, like it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. Don't do that. Just take the first step. We're all learning in the process, and you can ask anyone in the community. Everyone is willing to help. That's the beauty of being decentralized. No one is going to be like, no, no, I'm not going to teach you, right? Everyone is like, what do you want to learn? You tell me, I'm going to help you with that. That's the beauty of it.
Right.
So we're all learning from each other. That's a beautiful process, and I think that should be it. So the metaverse, and it's a beautiful space to be in, especially for people who are not too in tune with reality, especially people like me. So I believe we are in a simulation. But anyways, I don't want to give you some mean comments like kya bol raha hai ye, how is this not real, and all these things. Anyways, so I think these are, I'm just kidding, by the way. So
Yeah.
I kid around a lot, but yeah, that is what I want to leave this discussion with. Take
Awesome.
the first step,
Awesome.
take the plunge, dive into the
Amazing.
metaverse.
Yes. As you heard from the artist, dive into metaverse. So, as a co-founder, please come and mint in our, explore the new things on our marketplace. And any feedback, anything you can, I'm already available on the Telegram, on Twitter, and also my email as well. So feel free to hit me up and also try to provide any feedback through support channel, and will be all ears, right? So thank you, Abhishek, for joining me today. And Saturday Art is Live, first thing which we did it, and I hope we did well. And in this conversation, a lot of artists would be gaining some the new things. What is the next step? right?
Absolutely.
So let's with that. I think I'll just close the sessions. Thank you very much. Do not forget to verify yourself on nftwizards.nftalley.io.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Next
for
week.
having me. I'll see you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
So bye, and next week with a new artist, and see. Bye bye. Thank you.